Oh, gotta go to grinding. Supposed to go to grinding gears, but there's a beer. What the heck? Hey, there's another one. Oh, another one. This is the best day ever. I think I just won the lottery. Look at all these beer. This is awesome. Look at all these beers. This is the greatest thing ever. Oh, I got beers. Hey guys. Hi Ryan.
About time you finally showed up. Everyone, welcome back to another Go Shop Local edition, and today we have with us Jim Taylor, and he has beer. He has beer.
Always
You
a
love
good day.
beer?
Always a good day when you have beer.
Fantastic.
Thanks for being here, Jim.
Well, yeah.
I'm glad you gave us these props to just sit here.
Well, thanks for coming. I think we should probably have one, shouldn't we?
Oh, we can actually open
Let's do it.
Nice. Are you available next week for an interview?
Every day.
Best Go Shop local ever.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you, guys.
Nice. Oh yeah, that's good beer.
So what got you into this, Jim? Why beer and why Lloyd?
A couple things. Well, our can says it all, and our name says it all. Border City Brewing Company. There's three of us. We're from here, all from Lloydminster, and our close friend was close enough to Lloydminster. He's from Dewberry, and now he is a resident of Lloydminster. The whole idea of beer is we drink beer, and all of our friends do. It's a great product, and why not get into it? And so, not to give you a whole long-winded story, but it's just years of talking about it finally got us to do it.
Nice. So what makes this beer unique?
I would say a couple of things. We like to celebrate a hometown, and that's where the name comes into it. So the Border City Brewing Company is named obviously after Lloydminster, the Border City. A lot of names got thrown around like Double L and all those types of things, but everybody knows what the Border City is. What makes it unique is our company, and that we want to be a part of the city. We don't just want to make a product and just have it sit on the shelves. We want to be involved in things. We want to be involved in the golf tournaments. We want to be involved in community activities. And the whole idea with it is that for every can and things that is going, the company's going to grow, and we're going to look to give back and just be a part of the community with it.
So when you got into brewing, you talked about it took you years of getting here. Now that you're in it, what's kind of excites you about it, or what's your favorite part about brewing?
I guess the one thing is we aren't brewing yet here. We are using a contract brewer in Calgary, and that's a lot of people ask us, what are you doing? And so we're working with a larger company that has helped a lot of startups, and they've guided us along the way. And we're not afraid to say that. I guess for us, it was one of those things as a group and as partners, we wanted to try it, right? Like, what's the worst that can happen? On one scenario, we could have, and our first intentions were to have a tap room and have a brewery and everything open by now. But when COVID hit, it kind of took all of our plans and threw them to the sidelines. So we had to pivot, change. And we thought it was done. Like, we didn't think we were going to continue with this idea. Then we met again, and then we just said, well, why don't we just try it? Why don't we just brew some beer? Why don't we work with a brewmaster, work with a contract brewer, but let's put some beer in cans and see what happens. Well, the first batch has gone awesome. Really well. And everyone's supporting us quite well. So now we can see continue. So the exciting thing is that we don't know where it's going to end. We don't know where it's going to stop. I guess for us, the one thing that got us into it is that the worst case scenario was we were going to have a whole bunch of beer to drink.
Right.
So really, when that's your outcome, bummer. Yeah, sorry. I guess we're going to drink beer. And the exciting thing is to see where it's going to go and what's going to come with it. So where we're sitting will eventually become our brewing area, and we're going to start with a small batch brewing system. It's on its way, and we're going to be doing small growler filling. And with that being said, we're not just going to be selling our beer. We're going to be working and hopefully tied in with other local Alberta brewers, and we'll be filling their beers here as well, and growlers. Because right now we just have the one flavor and the one style, but we will have more coming. So, to answer your question a long way, it's to see what's coming is what's going to be exciting.
So we're like the first to have a beer in the brewery?
We haven't, honestly, nobody's had a beer in here yet talking about it. So it is fantastic, and thank you guys again for coming. Cheers for coming. It's been very cool.
Thanks for having us. As I look at this too, I'm curious about the logo because I'm assuming there's a connection because it does say Border City Brewing.
You know what it reminds me of? And you're a longtime Lloyd resident, Lloyd Mall.
Yes. You know, it's funny how things from the past stay with you. So one of my partners, Rob Sawchuk, he is a designer, a graphic designer as well. So having a guy like that on your team that's from Lloyd, there was nothing intentional about the logo. The whole logo idea from him was a couple things. We all know that Lloyd's split by a highway. And we all, when I look at the can, and this is my own personal take on it though, is that when you are driving down Highway 16 and it's about 4 o'clock in December and you've got that sun right in your eyes. So to me, that's kind of what the can represents, is driving home from work and you're getting ready to go home and have a beer. But this has got a cool classic look. It's nice and simple. And I think a lot of people understand that even flipping the can around, you know, we've got the border city kind of smack dab in the middle with both provinces on it and a cool little saying on it. So it's, there's some cool things kind of hidden in the logo if you're from the area. And then the whole tie-in with Lloyd Mall was totally by accident. But one day we were streaming across and we found that image of the Lloyd Mall in the Lloydminster Regional Archives. We're like, what? How did we do this? Like, what happened?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of that.
Yeah, so the old stripes and the orange stripes, the Lloyd Mall is pretty great. Now, if only we could get our beer on at McNally's, hey?
Hey, back in the day, now you're going back there, yeah.
Go back to McNally's, then we'd be great. We'd be set, but no, so yeah, no, there's it's a little bit of story behind the can.
Thanks for having us here. It's amazing. I can't wait for us to drink all the others that were sitting right there. We'll get to that, and
exactly. So when we're brewing and we've got it here and it's set up and we got the general store open, I totally invite you guys to come back and we'll do it again when we've got beer we're pouring off the taps.
Before we do leave, where can people find this that they want to buy it?
So locally, we're working with a couple local stores. Southridge Liquor, Satish over here, he reluctantly picked it up, but it's been selling well, so now he's stocking it. And you know, it takes a little bit of time to go convince somebody that's used to selling the major brands to put a canned beer on their shelf and say, hey, come and get it. So it's over here at Southridge Liquor. Tate's on the north end. Rob was also took a chance on it, so he's stocking it. Spiro's is selling it by the can. And then you also find it at On the Rocks Liquor, and 18th Street Liquor will also, they bring it in periodically too, so.
Cool.
Yeah, and then throughout Alberta, and all the sites are, all of the stores that we know of are listed on our website right now, so people throughout Alberta can go find it. So we're kind of like the Rider Nation. There's somebody from Lloyd all out there, somewhere around Alberta, right? So we've got supporters all over the place, and so we're selling all the way up to Whitecourt, I think Grand Prairie, and then all the way down to Calgary, and then obviously here and in between. So yeah, it's getting out there and it's starting to get a little bit of traction.
Well, thanks, Jim. Appreciate it. And great product and great people. I'm sure it'll do well.
Yes. Cheers. Thank you guys.
Take
Cheers.
care.